Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another movie review. I'd like to apologize. You got here, the rain is pouring, like literally pouring. So the second part to Love and Murder, Atlanta Playboy. I watched it, and it continued off with, of course, he got murdered, and they was trying to find out who killed him. So everybody got to work. Delcy and all of them got to work. Harmony, she arrived late, but they was calling around like, where's Lance? So I guess Delcy's basically in charge of who gets make sure everything is set in place. So she was like, why is nothing on the to-do calendar there? She goes into his office and she looks around, notices his laptop not there. Next thing you know, his grandmother calls out, was like, I was trying to get me some cereal and I don't know where nothing is in the kitchen. She was like, listen, we're employees are not allowed in the main quarters, so eventually somebody will come back to help you. So she went back to her room. Next thing you know, oh, his mom, because you know how he does his run, she waited outside, he never showed. She thought he overslept, so she ended up coming down to the house. Next thing you know, she meets Delcy, and she was like, I don't know where he's at. So she ended up going upstairs to check. All you hear is this piercing scream, and it was just like, what in the world? Come to find out, his mom found him dead in his bed, and they called the police. The police sprung over detectives so they could check out the scene. Supposedly it's a priority case because, you know, he's Lance Herndon, so he's a 911 tech. So yeah, they trying to figure it out. And they was made a joke like, it's crazy how he created this system to get others help and he couldn't even get help for himself. It's so crazy. So now they started investigating, looking in the clues and stuff. That they found out there was a blood footprint on the floor. They looked in the bathroom. There was some stuff in the sink. And they wanted to see who did it. So they ended up calling Blair, Curtis, one of his right-hand men. And then his three that he messed with on a regular basis of girlfriends. So that was Sophia, Chloe, and Harmony. So Curtis comes to help ID the body, and he basically let the doctors and the detectives know that, like, listen, he was a womanizer, he was out on the streets and stuff like that. So it could have just been those top three. It couldn't have been Blair because, you know, she left him a long time ago. So that was that. So now they're investigating. They basically rule out Blair because she's stayed home with her boyfriend and her son while she took the grandma back to the place, because all this happened the night of his grandmother's party, and I guess all the girls were in attendance. So they go, you know, piece by piece, going to each girl, figuring out. Suppose everybody has like kind of like this similar story about the grandmothers, and then after that it gets separated. So they do this for like some days, and they're still trying to piece it together. Next thing you know, they bring in all four of the girls and put them into the same interrogation room. And then they started going at it, and they was like, should we break this? So they was like, nah, let's let it go, because you never know. They might incriminate themselves. So they all said their piece. And then Chloe was like, why are we arguing over a dead man? Like, what the heck? And then they tried to think that Blair did it, but Blair was like, he was worth more when he was alive than he was dead, because those businesses would have still keep rolling, and I would have still been collecting the check. So they made sure they checked that out, and they come to find out what she said was right. Then they was also making sure that they were checking with the Piedmonts and the Greenleaf or Georgia Leaf Enterprises, because they had a few with them. So maybe they thought it was something business, but that wasn't the case. So they ruled everybody out. Sophia, she got ruled out. Harmony definitely got ruled out, but they also thought it would have been Trip, her boyfriend. Come to find out, he told his side of the story when they eventually got him later on down the line. And they looked at the diary that she had wrote, and it was there, but it was like it still wasn't credible evidence. So last but not least, the last person it was thought of was Chloe, because they all had something to do with financial situations with him. And once he decided to cut them off, they felt like that was motive, but that wasn't the case. But Chloe, yeah, she had a lot of money. She got the car, she got the house, she got her studies in school and using his laptop. So it's like it makes perfect sense. And then man, she's married with a whole husband and a kid. He was still okay with that, but still, it's like really. So come to find out, in the end, Chloe was the one who did it. Cause now when I think back, when they showed it in the beginning, where the bathroom they had something stuck on the toilet, it actually shows that Chloe was behind it all. But before that, they took her to trial. Supposedly the first time it wasn't enough evidence to keep her. It's the second time they filed a mistrial. The third time they did, but at the same time it was still something. Oh, the lawyer for his case got for like not paying his dues, so they basically had to forfeit that one. So the last time around, with the help of Chloe's cousin and her husband and just everything putting it together, it makes perfect sense. They gave her 10 years. And yes, they still believe that it was somebody else, but then they also try to say that he's gay, that he swung both ways. But if that was the case, why we never seen him with no guy? But anyways, supposedly the guy that he was swung with was one of his best friends from back in the day, but we don't know. So all in all, Chloe was the mastermind behind his demise. Like, she got greedy and she couldn't handle the fact that he was cutting her off. Like, honestly, I believe the other two girls, they was okay with it. Like, okay, yeah, he's going to do what he wanted to, but it is what it is. I'm straight. But Chloe, she couldn't handle it. Like, you was just a money-hungry, gold-digging person. Like, you had a whole husband and a child. Woo! And a whole child that you was not even, like, taking care of. Your husband was in Jamaica while you was back here in the States trying to pursue this man and take him for everything he's got. Like, if it wasn't for her cousin giving them the rundown of everything that transpired, they would have never really got her. It would have been like a let her go type of case, and it would have been another mistrial. So, yeah, this movie was definitely interesting, and it was crazy. You think one woman scorned was definitely the case for her, because she was about to lose everything. She thought she was about to get a car for free, a house for free, and get her studies and stuff paid for free. Nah, you had nothing coming. She didn't want to do that. Now she's had to lose 10 years out of her life. By this time, her child would probably be like, what, a teenager and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was crazy. Be careful who you sleep with, and be careful who you bring into your company, because they might be the next person out to get you. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap and movie review. Y'all can check it out on BET Plus. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.